Hey sneak peekers, it's Sophie here at the red carpet of The Stones Are Speaking at the State Theater for Austin Film Festival. Let's go meet the cast. What made you want to share this story on preserving the Galt site?
It's so inspirational to think that we have such an amazing, magnificent, groundbreaking site here in Central Texas that helped change the story of the people in the Americas. How could you not be compelled by that?
Y'all are pretty much rewriting history with this new discovery. Can you tell us a little bit about the creative process of turning this research into a documentary?
Well, I basically built on their research. I'm not a researcher, I'm a reporter documentarian, but I just basically utilized all the knowledge that they were willing to share with me to turn it into the story. But our story goes beyond the research. Our story is really the human story of what it took for that gentleman you just met, Mike Collins, and his wife to save this site for history, because they endured enormous challenges to be able to save it and preserve it. And that's what our film is all about. So our film is sort of a part history, part biography, a little bit of mystery about how this site came to be developed, all the scientific knowledge that it has given us, and the human backstory of how it was saved for history.
Is there anything that you found compelling or very interesting about this research, something that you would love to share with us?
Sure. I want Texans to realize and know that here in Central Texas, we have a site where people have been living for as far back as 20,000 years. That's the Ice Age. So when you have people living here this far back, it really helped change the story of what people thought at that time about when and where and how people migrated into the Western Hemisphere. So it's a groundbreaking site in our own backyard.
Yes, I saw some of the footage of where it was going deep and digging deep in the backyards and things, and it was crazy. Do y'all have any other behind-the-scenes sort of backstories that you'd like to share?
I think really the biggest backstory is the challenge that Mike Collins had in being able to get control of the site scientifically, and then to be able to do all the research that proved that people were here 20,000 years ago, up to 20,000 years ago. So as the title says, the stones are speaking. The stones, not just the engraved stones, but stones that were carved into and chipped into tools, they tell a lot of stories about how people were living and how they survived and how they dealt with climate change. So there's a lot of stories to be told about the Galt site.
What was it like working with this research, working with Mike, with John?
Oh gosh, fabulous. They and I didn't answer that in a complete question in an answer for you. Working with the archaeologists, Mike Collins, John Lowe, Spruce Bradley, was incredibly exhilarating. I feel like I went to school and got a part of an archaeology degree along the way.
And finally, what do you want the viewers to take away from this documentary?
I want them to be inspired by Mike Collins. If we could all be a little bit more like Mike Collins, the world would be a better place. But I also want people to understand we've got to save these cultural sites. As we're building buildings, as we're bulldozing for highways, we've got to pay attention to the archaeology that's in the ground. Once you disturb it and once you destroy it, it's gone for history. So I hope that this is a call for preserving history.
Since you're a UT alum, I was wondering if you could throw up a hook 'em for us.
Absolutely. Hook 'em, hook 'em. Got my journalism degree right here in Austin, so it's good to be back home.
Thank you so much for watching. For more Austin Film Festival coverage, click over here and check out more of our content at Sneak Peek TV.